and higher relative strength than the S&P 500. And actually, these are the stock markets, so not the asset classes. So the S&P 500 is in the center. If I change to the sectors, we have in the leading quadrant communications, Google, Meta, etc. Technology, even though it's losing momentum. Apple, Microsoft. No, well, Apple, I think, is in another. I forgot where Apple is. Then the lagging one, obviously, is financials, it's energy, real estate, mostly REITs, materials, and industrials. Now, to improving, we have healthcare, utilities, and consumer staple, and they are kind of cooling down. So if we look at the daily view of this, we get a different picture. So we had technology, communication losing momentum, and consumer discretionary improving significantly, and industrials. Energy is lagging. So let's look at XLK. So leading the technology sector, we have NVIDIA. AMD also have a strong move today. Salesforce, Microsoft, Fortinet, and Apple. Those are the leading stocks in the group. Also, LRCX have appreciated 11%. AMD, KLAC. So some semiconductors for the past 5 weeks. If you look at the daily, First Solar have a strong move in the past 5 days. KLAC, LRCX, semiconductors are picking up, which is interesting. On semi, AMD, NVIDIA, Land Research, AMAT. Here is on semiconductors. This is looks like a double bottom base with a pickup in relative strength. And today have a breakout. So let's look in Market Smith. Very good volume, 10 million shares, 68% of average. And broke above this 82, 87 pivot, came back, so close above it, so 83. There were some sellers over here. 84.97 to 85.30. It also broke above this period. This has been a choppy stock. I mean, from 87 down to 72. It's an interesting. So semiconductors are acting well. Doesn't respond to my touch. Here we go, AMD. Also broke out today. Strong relative strength. Volume above average for a few days. This was some type of handle. Pull back to the 10 moving average and cross above 100. And 101. It's a good move. In the group, Rambos is another one, also broke out today. This is a short base, 30 days, with a base on top of a base, with a strong move after earnings. Fundamentals aren't that good in the last quarter, but overall has a growth rate of 165. So this one, it's extended from this period. NVIDIA broke out too with a pickup in volume. This is constructive. ALGM. Those marking was the trade I did is recovering, but still with a downtrending moving averages. SEC similarly holding below the downtrending moving averages. So it's showing some accumulation, but this needs to complete the base. AVGO, another one that attempted to break out today. Volume is low. So that's in the tech sector. So anyway, any questions so far?
It was interesting that we had a down day in the market when those stocks broke out.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
how interesting these charts are, that we can see what is outperforming the market.
Well, we can see where the money's going too.
Right.
Going to tech.
So let's look also XLC. Meta and Google have been leading. Live Nation is picking up. EA and Take-Two for video games. Live Nation has the strongest move for the past 5 weeks. So we look at the daily. Live Nation is the leader. Google. And a bunch of them are moving up. So let's look at Google and Live Nation. Yeah, strong move today too. We got this strong breakout last week. Follow up with a gap on Thursday. Sideways Friday, and a couple of quiet days, and then move up on 20. So this is coming from a very deep decline. Came down more than 40%. Here they have a very strong pickup in volume back up above the 40-week. So made a low and following through today. It's Life Nation. Also moving from the lows. So we see comparing similar to what Google did, right? You have a very strong move from the low with a pickup in volume above the 200 for 40 week. But this is still downtrending the moving average. But it's outperforming the market in these past 3 weeks. So pocket pivot here and another pocket pivot here. Well, this is not really a pocket pivot because it's above the moving average, but you get the idea that it's moving there. Now let's quickly check exponential fitness, one that we looked at before. Very wild move. And it's I don't know why my iPad is not responding to my. There we go. So it's finding support at the low of the prior base. So this is a deep decline, and it might be forming a new base. Low volume here. Poor relative strength. LTH is another one. Move down today. So it's cup, no handle. Now it came down, formed this type of handle, tried to go up. And it's facing resistance. Okay, so that's kind of the sectors. Just a quick glance of them. Let's look also at the what had what are stocks reaching new price highs and higher relative strength. So we have biotech. Yeah, this is sorted by sector. Okay. Let me add the industry group. So we have Ryanair getting to 100. American Mobile following up. HubSpot continues moving up. Oracle, Workout, Microsoft, few biotechs, medical products, SMCI, NVIDIA, Rambus, Land Research, Second Littles, Builder, DHI, Multi, TMHC, and Toll Brothers. So the home builders have been acting really well. Here we have four of them reaching new price highs and relative strength new highs. So, okay, so that's a quick view of any particular stock anybody wants to look at.
Would you look at IAS? On the page where they have the mutual fund index and they also have the NASDAQ, the S&P, and the Dow, to the left of that, they show the biggest moves in the IPOs, etc. IAS was on that list for 2 days in a row.
So it's in the Computer Software Enterprise Group. It IPO at $18 and moved from the low. I mean, came down to 6,553 and have moved up 77%, 85% from that low. Here was a small base, broke out. You see how the volume dried up in that base. And then what you see is only blue volume. It's difficult to buy a stock like this because the price was below $10.
Mm-hmm.
But I put this very strong power uptrend in, but it still have resistance from the IPO price, pulling back to the 10-week moving average that is right now $15. So we get from the fundamental side triple digits earnings growth, but it's only cents, right? It's a $15 stock and it's making 7 cents or 2 cents of earning. Now the sales are growing. They're now above $100 million per quarter. Has 28% of debt, 18% of research and development. Return on equity is low of 2%. PE is big. It's a 2.5 billion market cap. Has 120 million shares in the float. Earnings per share for this year are estimated to grow 590%. And next year, 14%. That's good. Right now, it's so it had earnings recently, gap up, very strong volume, pull back, and tested $15 and bounce back. So it's consolidating after earnings. So we have to see what happens with one good to watch. You see, for example, here the prior earnings in a week, then it got going again. So far it has 8 days, so maybe this is a good one to watch. Maybe do a swing trade or see if it wants to test the. So far, I mean, isn't that far away from the 50-day, 1463. We have to see what it does. If it goes sideways and then move up or builds a new base. Funds are increasing, now being above $15. More funds may be interested. What do they do? Provides a cloud platform for measurement and verification of trust and transparency of digital advertisement. Interesting. I bet they use AI. It's the buzzword of the year, right?
Anybody else have a stock that they want to look at?
Very quiet today.
How about DT?
DT, good. It reports tomorrow. Reports earnings. It's put a base here with a couple of 3 weeks tights. So decline from 80 to 29.41. So may put the low on May 13 last year in that week. Earnings have been improving. with that accelerating in the past 3 quarters. Sales were double digits and have a very strong move in the prior earnings report of 23% with this 48 pivot and pull back. Pullback have been with lower volume. There is a 3-week tight here and a 3-week tight here. So this was a shakeout of the low of the earnings week, which is interesting. If we count accumulation, so this is -1, -2, or -1, 0, 1, 2. We have 2 weeks of accumulation in this base. It's somewhat 18%, so it's not that deep. And we have these 4 days of consolidation between 47 and 46 or change. So set up for tomorrow. So let's see what happens. The difference is in the prior earnings, it was very close to the moving averages, gap up. Now it moved back to where it was after the prior earnings event. And this is, there is no shakeout here. We will see what happens. Always unpredictable with earnings. Funds, we have 4 of the IBD preferred ones. Fidelity increasing their position. And the fund count is increasing. So that's good. Yeah, this is a good one, Cookie.
Okay. I go hither and yon to get them. If nobody else has anything else to ask of Francisco, then we're going to say adios, muchachos. Thank you for your time. Hope to see you again next month.
Thank you so much.
And have a pleasant May. The weather's been wonderful. Bye now.
Great, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.